Since the concept of artificial intelligence was raised in the 1950s, there have been various branches of AI technologies. Why there were so many different branches of AI? It's because it has been difficult for us to find a general structure to solve different problems. That's why there have been different branches. In 2017, the transformer architecture was proposed. Since that, we found that AI has entered the large model era because this architecture can enable AI to have over 100 billion parameters, and it's possible to train more data, and it can be run on a larger computing power cluster. Therefore, AI entered the large model era. And with AI large models, we found that in some areas, some general problems are able to be solved. And you don't need to provide dedicated technologies for different domains. So AI entered the large model era. Now in NLP and visual domains, we have seen large models based on transformer architecture, and they are able to address general problems. So there is a possibility of turning AI to a general purpose technology. Especially after OpenAI released ChatGPT, many large models were released. Now there are around hundreds of large models. In China, in the first half of this year, over 80 large models were released. I noticed that after the release of those large models, they are used for conversations and text generation. Almost all large models are able to write good poems, and some are able to draw paintings. Some people asked me, Huawei in 2021 announced Arabic and Chinese large models, but I didn't hear anything from Huawei about large models in the first half of this year. Well, I want to tell you that Huawei's large models are created for larger challenges. Pangu models aim to bring value to industries. We have always adhered to the direction of AI for industries. Pangu models are created for larger challenges instead of writing poems. It didn't have time to write poems because it aims to dive deep into industries and help industries to create more value by leveraging AI. For example, in finance, in government, in coal mining and meteorology sectors, we have applied Pangu models. We have dived deep into industries, supporting R&D, production, supply chain, marketing, and digital operations. We sit together with our customers and discuss with them about how they can better use Pangu models to create more value. So in my presentation, I'm going to share with you how we have used the Pangu models to deliver value to different industries and help industries transform. In the coal mining industry, China has about 4,400 coal mines with a capacity of 4.56 billion tons of coal per year. The total output of coal mines in China is high, but the degree of automation and intelligence is still low. To produce 4.56 billion tons of coal, it requires about 3 million workers. And those mine workers still work under the harshest environments. And Pangu models aim to bring intelligence to coal mines. We hope that with Pangu models, more coal mine workers can sit in offices on the ground. The picture shows the mechanized face of a coal mine seen by the Pangu model. A 40-meter-long shearer is operating. We had some technologies, for example, video surveillance, to check the status underground. However, in coal mine well, there were many dust and water mist. So ordinary video surveillance didn't work well. A lot of workers still need to go underground to perform real-time inspection. And now, Pangu puts more than 100 channels of video together and form one image, as you can see from the screen behind me. It's a very clear image because it used the dust penetration algorithm. Even some cameras are blocked with dust, we can still see the images clearly. With Pangu visual large model, we can identify large rocks, coal box, and jammed coal bunkers. So large models can enable workers to see the status underground clearly and accurately on the ground. And they can control the shearers in real time on the ground. Based on Pangu for mining, Shandong Energy Group and Yunding Technology cooperated with Huawei in-depth and developed 21 scenario-specific applications covering 7 business systems. At present, Pangu model for mining has been used in 8 mines in China, covering mining, excavation, machinery, transportation, and ventilation processes, and 1,000 sub-scenarios. Our goal is to enable more coal mine workers to work on the ground and in a more comfortable environment, and also significantly reduce safety accidents. Let's look at its application in the railway industry. In this industry, China has more than 1 million freight cars, and every year, nearly 5 billion tons of goods are transported by railway. How can we ensure smooth operation of each freight car? Pangu models for railway aims to ensure safe operations of the freight cars. Many of us do not know that the carriages of the freight cars have no electronic devices on them, and the fault detection relies on the TFDS, that is freight car fault detection system deployed under the rails to take high-speed photos of the bottom of the carriages when they pass by. And then photos are checked by the inspectors manually. Let's take a hub station as an example. On average, 1,000 freight cars pass through the station per day. You know how many images were collected? 4 million. The 4 million images require 260 trained inspectors to check them in 4 shifts. And they have to check them one by one. And each image may take them 8 seconds. So this work is very tedious for those inspectors. After deploying Pangu models, all photos are screened by the model, and only the suspicious ones are checked again by the workers again. Now, the number of photos that require manual check is reduced from 4 million to 200,000, which greatly reduces the workload of the inspectors and enhances their efficiency. The capability of Pangu for railway is continuously improved. Now it can accurately identify 67 types of freight cars and more than 430 types of faults. The fault detection missing rate is 0, and the fault-free image screening rate is up to 95%. That means inspection efficiency has been enhanced by 20 times. Pangu for railway has become a powerful digital assistant for freight car inspectors. In the meteorology field, about 80 typhoons are formed in the world every year, and on average, 7 would land in China. Living in a coastal city, every year there were some typhoons. If you still remember, in 2018, the typhoon Mangkhut caused a direct economic loss of about 3.5 billion yuan. Many of you may still remember that vividly. Many people in Shenzhen crossed the fallen trees went to go for work after the typhoon landed in Guangdong. So Pangu for meteorology aims to predict the typhoon path more accurately in advance for better disaster prevention and mitigation. The traditional method for predicting typhoon paths for the next 10 days, it requires a high-performance computer cluster with over 3,000 servers to compute 4 to 5 hours. And now, based on the pre-trained Pangu model and through AI inference, more accurate predictions can be generated within 10 seconds on a single server. To my right, the first picture showed that in this May, we cooperated with China Meteorological Administration to forecast the typhoon Mawa. Pangu accurately predicted its future path 10 days in advance, and Pangu's prediction speed and precision were better than traditional methods. In the middle, the picture was presented at this year's World Meteorological Congress by the European Meteorological Agency. It was a forecast of a cold wave in Finland in February this year. Pangu forecasted the arrival of the cold wave 2 days earlier than the existing European forecast system IFS. And Pangu forecast is more accurate. It forecasted minus 22 degrees. IFS forecasted minus 15 degrees. And the actual temperature when the cold wave arrived was minus 29 degrees. We learned that the European Meteorological Agency has used Pangu's output as a comparison to validate the IFS. Pangu's forecasting capability was highly recognized by the tech world. Just yesterday, I saw a lot of reports on the event that Nature published our paper of this domain. And it says Pangu for meteorology made us to review the future of large models for meteorology. We hope that in the future, more data will be fed to our Pangu model for meteorology. So this model is able to provide more accurate forecasts. So we are less affected by the natural disasters. Now let's look at the financial industry. In this industry, Pangu models are enabling bank branches to process various services more easily. ICBC has more than 40,000 branches in China, and over a few hundreds of thousands of workers, and they often have to solve various problems of their customers, and they need to query multiple times in different systems. ICBC and Huawei are working closely to build ICBC's financial large model based on Pangu. Pre-trained on various bank operations, policies, and case documents, it now can automatically generate processes and operation instructions for counter staff based on the customer's problems. The average number of operations is reduced to 1, and the handling time is shortened by over 5 minutes. And that was the result we have seen during the pilot phase. So Pangu aims to empower hundreds of thousands of counter staff with an intelligent assistant. In the future, Pangu will be used for credit and risk control applications to improve efficiency and optimize processes of financial institutions. Now let's look at manufacturing. Production line efficiency is critical for the manufacturing industry. Pangu models have been applied in Huawei's production lines to make the optimal production scheduling. Before we had large models, it often took over 3 hours to make a one-day production plan for a single production line. Now, with Pangu for manufacturing, which is pre-trained on various component data, business processes, and roles of Huawei's production lines, now orders and even emails containing task information or production information sent to the planners can be accurately understood and converted into scheduling instructions by Pangu's Optiverse AI solver. With Pangu's Optiverse AI solver, it takes only 1 minute to plan production for the next 3 days. Pangu has helped production lines gain great efficiency. We hope Pangu will enable every production line to enhance efficiency and enable every planner to cope with changes. Pangu models will also serve every programmer and become our programming assistant. I want to share a story with you. Recently, my kid was learning programming and came across a problem that needs to be solved by the bisection method. The problem requires you to get the shortest time required for different students to solve the problem. And he came to me for help, and I tried to write some code, but it didn't succeed. And I used Baidu to look for some ideas. And later, I realized that I could use code as a snap. And in 1 minute, I got a reply. I got the program, as you can see from the left side of the screen. And it helped my kid a lot to solve that problem. So this story shows that code generation can be assisted by large models too. We can use this to help developers enhance their efficiency. How is that possible? Because Pangu models were pre-trained on 76 billion lines of selected code and 13 million technical documents. Code as a snap embedded with Pangu models. will bring greater changes to software development. It can generate code with one dialog, generate a test case through one button, generate notes in one click, and complete deployment with one command. Pangu models will provide every software developer with their programming assistant. Pangu models will also bring digital avatars to every employee. To my right, it is me delivering a speech at Huawei Cloud Stack Global Summit last December. At that time, my colleagues used my historical speech videos and produced that video in 3 days. 3 people took 3 days to produce that video. To my left, it is a digital human video generated the day before based on the Pangu virtual human function. It only needed to upload 20 seconds of video, and this video was generated in 3 minutes. So you can see with Pangu models, the virtual human generation cycle was shortened from 9 days to just 3 minutes. How is that possible? Pangu for digital content production was pre-trained on 200,000 hours of audio and video data. The image, motion, expression, mouth shape, and gestures of the virtual human are improved, greatly improving the production efficiency and quality of virtual human. Now, we hope that the virtual human function can be used in other industries, for example, customer service, online education, and e-commerce. And we hope that every employee can have their own virtual human. Pangu models are profoundly changing the production mode of all industries, improving efficiency and optimizing workflows. We hope that in the future, Pangu models will empower every worker and every industry or every enterprise with an expert assistant, making their work more efficient and easier. So today, I'm going to launch a new version of Huawei Cloud Pangu models. Please look at the screen. Pangu Models 3.0 is officially launched. Pangu Models 3.0 Reshaping Industries. Pangu Models 3.0 is a series of large models for industries, including 3 layers. First, L0, the foundation models. There are 5 foundation models, including NLP model, visual model, multimodal model, prediction model, and the scientific computing model. We want to serve not just industries, but also scientific research. These models can provide multiple AI skills that fit industry scenarios. Second, L1. This layer contains many industry-specific models. We can provide general industry models trained by public industry data. Customers can also train their own large models by using their own data. The third layer, L2, provides more scenario-specific models. So here, large models are used to address more specific issues. We also provide such services to our customers. So we call this as out-of-box large model services for our customers. For this part, we have to work closely with our customers and ISVs. Pangu Models 3.0 will dive deep into industries and leverage AI capabilities. And together with customers and developers, we want to reshape industries, hone technologies, and share success, and continuously enhance core competitiveness. First, let me introduce the most important upgrades of L0, Pangu NLP model, and multimodal model. L0 is the foundation layer, or foundation model layer. For Pangu NLP model, now we can provide our customers with models with 10 billion parameters. In addition, we can provide 100 billion parameters, 38 billion, or 71 billion parameter models. In our AI pipeline, we have a few dozens of models. We want to provide models with different numbers of parameters because we want to cater to the computing power, capacity, and latency requirements of different customers. Therefore, for our NLP model, we provide models with different numbers of parameters. Through this, we hope that we can meet customers' diversified requirements in different scenarios. The capability layer of L0 represents the new capability set of our foundation models. We provide Q&A, copywriting, code generation, NL2 and AIP core of NLP models, and also image generation and image understanding capabilities in our multimodal models. These capabilities can be directly used by customers and partners. In addition to NLP, we also have vision prediction and scientific computing models. You may notice that we have a foundation layer and a capability layer because in order to adapt to different scenarios of industries, you have to decouple large models with capabilities. With this decoupling, no matter you are using 38 billion parameter model or 100 billion parameter model, at the capability layer, it's still consistent. All large models share the capability layer. The prediction large model can invoke NLP capabilities, and the scientific large model can also invoke the multimodal model capabilities. So we decoupled foundation models with the capabilities. In addition, we have decoupled data. The training data is decoupled from large models. The large models can choose data for training. In the L1 industry-specific models, as we say that Pangu is born for industries. So we want to provide tailored large models for different industries. Based upon L0 and L1, we also provide development suite for our customers. That means with this development suite, customers can generate their own large models. They just need to train the model again by using their own data. They can generate their own large models. And the data will not be contained in our foundation models, and they can store their models in public cloud or private cloud. So for training, deployment, and inference of large models, we provide different deployment modes. It can be on public cloud or a dedicated zone on a public cloud or on a hybrid cloud of a customer. So we can support different deployment, development, running, and inference models for the customers. No matter which model you use, we can help customers ensure security and also compliance. Just now I talked about the decoupling design of Pangu models because we want to cater to the needs of industries and provide different applications to address the needs of different industries so they can get more value from these large models. Now let's look at the innovation of large models. On the one hand, innovation of large models is about models themselves. On the other hand, large model innovation relies heavily on the fundamental AI technologies. Without computing power technologies or operator and development frameworks and platforms, if without development platform, large models may not create great value for industries. You know, other players can use mature AI computing power and AI ecosystem in the industry, but Huawei cannot. We have to develop our own foundational AI technologies. We have to set our roots deeply. Therefore, at the bottom layer, we have built an AI computing cloud platform based on Kunpeng and Ascend. And based upon that, we built the Ascend computing engine CAM. And in 2021, we have made our AI framework, MindSpore, open source. And on Huawei Cloud, we provide end-to-end AI development pipeline model arts. Through the AI full stack, we are able to provide a solid foundation for Pangu. Through the interactions and the synergy of hardware and software, we can provide distributed and parallel acceleration, operator and combination optimization, and also a cluster-level communication optimization. These key capabilities are critical for large model development. Now, based on Huawei's foundational AI technologies, our large model training based upon Ascend, its efficiency is not inferior, but even superior to the mainstream GPUs in the industry. Here, I really want to thank our AI engineers and scientists. Today, they have joined us at site or online. Thank you very much for your contribution. You have enabled our fundamental technologies to be more efficient than the mainstream GPUs in the industry. It's 1.1 times that of the mainstream in the industry. The fast iteration of Pangu large models is inseparable from the support of the Ascend AI Cloud. So can we make Ascend AI Cloud available to all AI developers? So here I have a good news for all AI developers. Our Ascend AI Cloud service with 2,000 T-flops for a single cluster will go live in Gui'an and Ulanqab. If you still find it's too expensive to buy GPU from the industry, you can use our Ascend AI Cloud. Ascend Cloud, besides supports Huawei's AI framework MindSpore, also supports mainstream AI frameworks like PyTorch and TensorFlow. Mainstream operators in these frameworks can be smoothly migrated from GPU to Ascend Cloud service. or Ascend servers. Meituan migrated 70 models to Ascend in just 30 days. In addition, we optimized more than 30 operators and accelerated their processes. After the optimization, the AI computing performance was improved by 30%. All AI practitioners have a pinpoint, that is, there is no stable and reliable AI computing power. During large model training, GPU faults often occur and the training has to be restarted. It's time-consuming and costly. And now Ascend Cloud service can provide stable AI computing power services. Based upon our projects, we found that the stability rate of 1,000 card 30-day training reaches 90%. And when there is a fault, recovery only takes 10 minutes. Ascend AI Cloud service not only brings massive AI computing power to AI developers, but also improves the stability of AI computing power. Developers no longer need to be concerned about the stability of AI computing power. Pangu models are reshaping industries. In this process, we need customers, partners, and developers to collaborate more closely with us. As large models are driving industry upgrading, we need to innovate together and share success together. Today, we are pleased to see that many customers and partners have used Pangu models to innovate industry applications, optimize enterprise processes, improve production efficiency, and drive intelligent industry upgrade. We welcome more industry customers and partners, as well as developers, to join our large model ecosystem. Let's put on the wings of large models and fly together in the AI era. Later, my colleagues will share innovations of applying the large models in industries, and also the architecture and technology of Pangu models. Pangu models, to summarize, Pangu models aim to reshape industries and empower every enterprise and every worker with an intelligent assistant. We want to make your work more efficient and easier. We have always adhered to the AI for Industries strategy and continued to dive into industries. Pangu in Chinese mythology separates heaven and earth, and Pangu today will reshape industries. I firmly believe that large models, including Pangu, will reshape industries, and every developer, every innovative developer will be a hero that help change the world. This is the large model era. This is the era for innovation. Thank you.
Okay. Next, let's invite Mr. You Peng, Director of Huawei Cloud AI Service, to share his view on Pangu models AI for industries. Welcome. Thank you, Mr. Zhang Ping, for the sharing. Hello, everyone. This is You Peng. As Ping An introduced, Pangu models have been integrated with thousands of industries and reshaping industry applications. Next, with Li Ying, I will show the specific applications in government, finance, manufacturing, and other industries. Hello, everyone. This is Li Ying. By the way, what we are demonstrating in the next stage are real environments, real scenario systems, real data, and real models. Let's first look at the government sector. In government sector, large models accelerate the adoption of e-government and continuously improves the service efficiency. Pangu government model can accurately understand people's inquiry intent and change the traditional one network mode, adopt general public's words when delivering government service, adding a human touch to government services. Today, together with the Futian District Data and Services Bureau of Shenzhen, we are glad to launch the Futian Government Intelligence Assistant Xiaofu based on Pangu government model. Now, Li Ying will wake up Xiaofu. Let's check Xiaofu's performance in the live network. Suppose I'm a businessman seeking investment in Futian, and I want to ask about the policy of investment attraction. Then my question is, what investment policies does Futian district have? What are the concessions for new enterprises? Who are the target groups of the policies? I ask the 3 questions in one go, and the model needs to understand the intent and pass the problem, which is very difficult. Let's see what Xiaofu will answer. Okay, so Xiaofu answered the 1 + 9 + N industry support policies, and it also quoted relevant policies to explain the preferential treatment and the entities and individuals that can enjoy this preferential treatment. Well, very good answers. All of my 3 questions have been properly addressed. This shows Pangu government model's strong capability in problem parsing, multi-intent understanding, and multi-round retrieval. There should be a plot here, shouldn't it? Okay, let's try and ask a follow-up question. Here we go. If culture and creativity companies want to have their headquarters here, what preferential policies do you have, and what policies can benefit top talents? Let's wait for Xiaofu's answer. We just want to test Xiaofu's ability in multi-round Q&A interaction. Okay, Xiaofu answered that there are policies for culture and creativity companies, and the support for fund and for property. It also mentioned the talent support on funding and housing. Okay, excellent performance. Xiaofu actually answered my question based on the context. Then how did Pangu model manage to do this? Actually, in Futian district, we worked with the Data and Services Bureau to fine-tune the Pangu model with more than 200,000 entries of government data, including 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hotlines, policy documents, and government wiki, so that Xiaofu has amassed rich knowledge on regulations and handling processes. That's what makes Xiaofu professional and helpful. At the same time, at Intelligent Operations Center scenario, we combine Pangu government model with CIM and digital human to promote Futian district and accelerate the adoption of e-government in the district. Now, let's move on to the scenario of digitalized governance. Government model can be used for real-time citywide sensing. Based on more than 100 existing visual scenarios of the government model, various city events can be intelligently identified in seconds. We believe that multimodal fusion, including a language and image model, is the only way to developing large models. This is a demonstration of illegal vehicle recognition. Assume it is 8 o'clock in the morning, according to the traffic regulations of Shenzhen. Are there any prohibited vehicles appearing in the picture? Well, this question can be a bit tricky because rely on the text again. Xiaofu may not, the model may not be able to answer this question. You know that in Shenzhen, from 7 a.m. to 12 o'clock midnight, heavy-duty trucks are restricted. So Pangu model gave the right answer by identifying the heavy-duty trucks that are traveling illegally in the time slot. It should have not been on the road. So the Pangu government model can actually understand the semantics based on the context. Then, apart from heavy-duty trucks, what other illegal vehicles are there in the future, in the picture? We see that now Pangu government model identifies another 3 vehicles. The 3 vehicles are working straight along the lane on the left turn track. It's maybe caused by the blurred traffic sign. So Xiaofu recommends that traffic police need to add a clearer traffic sign. Okay, thank you very much for the demonstration. We know that Pangu government model has the cognition capability to timely identify and handle those open vocabulary events. In the interaction, we actually show how Pangu government model can understand and segment everything. Pangu large model is capable of having end-to-end capability of sensing, understanding, and processing without any manual innovation. To summarize, Pangu government model is oriented to the scenarios such as government digitalization, office digitalization, public service for citizens and businesses, and intelligent operations center. It provides 5 major capabilities, including Q&A bots, copywriting generation, city video sensing, multimodal video understanding, and open vocabulary event detection. It has the capability throughout the whole process, covering sensing, understanding, handling to decision-making. At the e-government 1.0, Futian district built many sensing systems, and after connecting these systems to the government model, the systems are like being equipped with a smart brain. So now Futian e-government entered the 2.0 stage. This is what we discussed with Governor Ouyang and the law of Futian district. Now let's move on to the financial industry. Finance industry is a pioneer in digitalization and intelligence. Data and knowledge are viewed as core assets. That's favorable conditions for AI development. But the catch is the data volume is too big, and there is a very high threshold for data analysis. How can we better facilitate and improve the efficiency of data analysis and knowledge query? That's a major challenge in the finance industry. We developed the branch assistant and data analysis assistant based on Pangu finance model. These assistants can generate data query code through natural language to SQL and display the results graphically. Today, we cooperated with ICBC Software Development Center and built a branch assistant based on Pangu finance model. When I talked to Mr. Liu from ICBC, he mentioned several pain points. First, the bank tellers must be compliant with the bank's rules and requirements. It means that when we use these assistants, the assistant must be able to trace back to the sources of the quotation and the generation. And the second thing is accuracy. If the recommended annual interest rate is 3%, the assistant should not give an answer of 30%. We integrate the models generation capability and the retrieval technology so that the branch assistant can generate services with the sources attached so that the bank tellers are confident that the generated content is indeed credible. In the past, complex services were queried for 5 times before things can be done, but now one query is enough. It's a significant boost to customer experience. And after the business or services are completed, the assistant can help the bank tellers create use cases to record unfamiliar business scenarios. Well, these are actually high-quality labeled data sets. With these constantly generated high-quality data sets, the inquiries in the future will only get more and more accurate. Large commercial banks usually have tens of thousands data analysts. They can also use the finance model to assist their daily data analysis work, which can be a very grueling task. Well, now our data analysis assistant can help these analysts to conduct analysis very easily. When analyzing suspected non-performing private lending, analysts need to write lengthy SQL code to do the query. But now they can just ask in natural language, how was our non-performing loans last month? It's very simple. Then Pangu finance model first passes these semantics and realizes that last month actually refers to the period from June the 1st to June the 30th. And then finance model has to limit the query area based on the privileges of the analyst. Like, for example, this analyst is from Shandong district, so the operator is only allowed to have access to data in Shandong. And then, after selecting customer list for non-performing loans, the data analysis assistant gives the SQL code and provides the reference the data sources. The finance model automatically selects the data source and fills by hierarchical semantic matching technology, and multiple rounds of drill-down analysis can be performed based on the analysis results. If we select a customer list for non-performing loans, then a chunk of code is generated and even explained. You see here now there is already explanation. We also can ask the finance model to present all these data entries in the graphical mode. So this shows Pangu finance model's powerful data analysis capability. It can not only call SQL but also backend capabilities, so that the assistant can support different roles for data query, usage, and understanding, and make data analysis available to everyone. To summarize, we create an expert-level assistant for all roles to realize inclusive smart finance. For the risk control, marketing, investment, R&D, and so on, we can provide the assistance. Mr. Liu suggests that training for this finance model should take place in Shanghai, where the scenarios are most complicated. After the training in Shanghai, the model can be directly introduced to other regions with less complex scenarios. I think that's a very good idea. Like I said, now this finance model can cover many areas such as risk control, marketing, investment, research, movable property, pledge, and it has complete sensing, cognition, decision-making, prediction, and generation capabilities. It has major capabilities catered for the financial industry, such as policy document Q&A, cross-model content understanding and generation, and multitask understanding and code generation. With these skills, financial institutions can flexibly combine a variety of application scenarios so that everyone can be analysts.
Now let's look at how Pangu models can improve the efficiency of the manufacturing industry. Huawei is also a manufacturing company. We have encountered some challenges and pain points, and the experience can be replicated to our customers. In supply and delivery, there are a lot of optimization problems, such as production scheduling, capacity planning, and so on. The solution process is very complex. It requires involvement of many business experts, mathematics experts, programming experts, and the threshold is very high. Later, I will show you an example. You will see that by combining Pangu models and Optiverse AI solver, the solution's threshold is greatly reduced, and optimal solution can be efficiently found through decision optimization. Now, let's take a look at the intelligent modeling system built based on Pangu models for Huawei's supply chain. The system has covered planning, scheduling, and several other supply chain scenarios. Let's demonstrate the part allocation scenario. Suppose the planner receives a part allocation task. The real problem is even more complex. There may be a million variable constraints, including different information forms such as Chinese, English, numbers, symbols, etc. This is a practical problem extracted from real-world cases. The two core parts are allocated to the production line of 3 inverters, and the optimal cost control scheme is sought. We copy the natural language into the large model for manufacturing. We directly copy the natural language. It can tell that it is a modeling requirement, so it can convert the natural language into the modeling requirement. This is a very important function. In addition, it provides assistant function. You can click assistant. We can verify whether the mathematical output is accurate. Pangu for manufacturing can extract, summarize keywords. And there's an editing box. In manufacturing, precision is critical. Well, big data in nature is not accurate, so we have to do some fine-tuning to ensure 100% accuracy. The planner can confirm the mathematical model, and then we can move to the next step, try to get the solution. During the solution process, it invoked the Optiverse AI solver as a plug-in. A very complex problem is solved in less than 1 minute. Is this amazing? You can support million-level variables. 2 steps. First, modeling, and second, find the solution. I know the meaning of each word, but when they are put together, I don't know what it means. For example, the logic of operations optimization. A model needs to understand the text, numbers, symbols. It's quite difficult. Let's look at the next case. This case is about logistics planning. This has been a pain point of many planners. Some time ago, Guangzhou Nansha port was congested, and over 300 contracts were affected. The planners used Pangu for manufacturing to optimize the logistics of 2 of the orders. Copy and paste. And the planner copy the natural language and generate model, the mathematical model, and then confirm the model, check if it is accurate. If no problem, then it can use it to get this solution. This is the powerful capability of Pangu for manufacturing. To summarize this part, Pangu for manufacturing is capable of combining large models with solver. We have also this is also capable of understanding manufacturing requirements, processing standard documents. The Pangu for manufacturing can enable manufacturing companies in terms of their R&D, production, and supply. Just yesterday, in the 2023 World Artificial Intelligence Conference, Optiverse AI Solver, due to its outstanding contributions to the industries, won the highest award of that conference, the Super Artificial Intelligence Leader Award. Only 5 winners, and Optiverse AI Solver is one of the 5. Large model plus Optiverse AI Solver go beyond the limits of operational optimization in the industry. Solvers before used products from other countries, and in 2021, due to reasons we all know, we started to develop our own AI solver. AI solver is also part of our ERP, and now we have upgraded it by combining large model and AI solver. We want to build a solid AI foundation for intelligent manufacturing and accelerate the convergence of data and the real world. We want to use this to drive the development of the real economy. We looked at large model application in different industries, like in finance and manufacturing. We find that when applying large models in industries, we have to ensure core asset security of enterprises. In addition, they should be accurate, controllable. It's quite challenging. We worked with a lot of customers and partners and have applied large models in different industries. When other large models are creating poems or telling stories, Pangu large models are going down to the mining wells, to the railway, to bank branches, and to shop floors to enable innovation in all industries. This has always been the core value of Huawei Cloud, and we will continue to adhere to this principle using Pangu models to enable industries. Besides cases of working with partners in the industry, we are also looking at how to apply large models to reconstruct our own products and services, and to innovate our own products and services. So now I want to share with you another case on embodied AI. Embodied AI enables physical entities such as robots to continuously sense and interact with the environment, making decisions, planning, and executing independently. Let's watch a video about how Pangu models and embodied AI enable robots. We can use natural language instead of programs to raise requirements for robots, and then we can see how the robot handles them. You can see 2 requirements are raised. Fetch the handbag and get water. The robot can understand it and prioritize tasks based on the environment and an assessment. So it fetch water first. After fetching the water, it realized that the location of the person who raised the request changed his location. So he made some adjustment and delivered water. And then he went to fetch the handbag. Well, we have set some obstacles. He was supposed to fetch the white bag, and we placed the black one in front of the white one. So it is able to do dynamic planning. And it completed the task. It is capable of sensing the environment, planning the path, and scheduling the skills. And all of those capabilities are enabled by large models. This is a real robot. It is equipped with our IASBU LiDARs. In the HDC main venue, you can go and have a look. Thank you very much. Robots before need to be controlled through codes or commands. Well, now they can plan dynamically, and they're able to understand semantics. Therefore, they are able to cover a wider range of industry application scenarios. Embodied AI can also be applied in smart manufacturing and smart driving scenarios. With large models, embodied AI robots are more robust and are more capable of dynamic planning. We are looking forward to working with partners downstream and upstream in the industry to jointly innovate on the applications of embodied AI enabled by Pangu models. In addition to embodied AI, Pangu models have been used to reconstruct our own products and services. The first one is documentation plus Pangu with document and text generation capabilities. Documents and codes can be generated, so our documents can be launched more quickly. This can shorten the GTM of new products. In the cloud customer service, by embedding industry knowledge base and intention mining capabilities, customer service efficiency was improved by 30%. Here you can see after AI provides the answers, it will be rated, so it will become more and more accurate. The more you use it, the more accurate it will be. In BI, we have planned the next generation product with NL2 and Autograph. We can enable multi-round interactive analysis. This product will be launched officially in Q3 as a Huawei Cloud service. And the last one is a cloud search product. In searching, experience is key with multi-modal embedding and NL2 API technologies. Videos, text, and graphs can be used, can be searched. Search accuracy is improved by 15%. This service will also be launched in Q3 on Huawei Cloud Marketplace. We have used the Pangu models to reconstruct our internal products and services. In addition, we have jointly innovated with many internet companies. For example, with Meitu's X design, we have leveraged Meitu's knowledge in aesthetics. We launched the AI model fitting SaaS. Meitu is a strategic partner of Huawei Cloud. It used many Huawei Cloud services. I remember in last year's Spring Festival, Mr. Wu from Meitu made a phone call to me and asked me to prepare 5,000 computing cards. And he said they are going to launch a very popular product during the Spring Festival. We're on a holiday. We had some spare resources, so I allocated those spare resources for Meitu. And during the Spring Festival, Meitu's user base grew by 30%. And later, Mr. Wu made another decision, hosting all algorithms of small models and large models to Ascend Cloud. With close collaboration between the two teams, we migrated the first model in June. We really appreciate Mr. Wu's support. Besides cooperation in the consumer sector, we have worked with Meitu's X Design to develop their SaaS application. One piece of clothing can be put on many models. You know, in the clothing retail industry, the speed of model fitting may determine the speed of their product launching. So we launched a model fitting SaaS for Meitu. Now please welcome my colleague Li Ying to show you a demo. Here you can see this is Meitu's X design. We can take a look at how models can fit those clothes. First we can upload this model, and then we extract the clothes or the dress. And step 3, we generate an AI model and put the dress on the model. So you can see now there are 3 models generated, and the dress is put on the 3 models. Model generation is usually difficult. Sometimes AIGC is not that controllable. With precise controlling capabilities, we can feed the dress to different models. So it's very natural, and the virtual models can work as the same as real models. This can shorten the launch cycle, and this can help the customer enhance efficiency. In the information service industry, we also conducted a joint innovation with 天眼查. Please welcome 天眼查 CEO 刘超 to share.
经过9年的发展，天眼查现在已覆盖全国超3亿用户，收入全国3.1亿，全球6.4亿企业实体，300多个信息维度及时更新，成为国民级商业查询的首选品牌。随着人工智能的飞速发展，大模型逐渐渗透到各行各业的应用场景中，大大增强了人机之间采用自然语言对话的能力。但我们认为，在商查领域，大模型的可靠性和一致性是个硬伤。在面对用户的商业查询时，未经规范的大模型无法给出一致可信的答案。作为商查行业的领先品牌，天眼查和华为云一起，共同探索出了可行的技术解决方案，即垂类可信大模型，并推出了基于此技术方案的商查大模型产品——可信商业助理天眼魅。作为业界首个基于可信数据加可信算法的个人端大模型产品，天眼魅的核心技术包括华为盘古大模型、天眼查商业知识库、天眼查中控调度技术与天眼查商业语义链组合技术。天眼魅可以准确地识别用户的商查意图，以自然的方式向用户交付可信的商查结果和相应的商业解释，成为人人都能用的商业助理。总体而言，作为可信商业助理，天眼魅有如下3大优势：第一，数据可信。天眼查以公开数据为基础，确保信息来源可信。天眼魅基于天眼查多年来积累的海量公开商业数据，实时动态更新所形成的天眼查商业知识库，确保所有商查数据及时、准确、可信。第二，算法可信。天眼魅准确识别用户的商查意图，通过天眼查独有的中控调度技术与商业语义链组合技术，禁止了大模型在阐述事实时的随机性，实现了对给定实体、给定意图下结果的唯一性，从而确保算法可信。第三，交互自然。感谢华为云盘古大模型卓越的自然语言理解能力、意图识别能力与对话生成技术，天眼魅得以通过全自然语言的形式与用户交流，使得每个人都能问出专业的问题，得到可信的答案，并理解其中的商业含义。
好的。
Thank you, Mr. Liu's sharing. The virtual assistant of Tianyuan will be made available for internal test. You can apply and have an experience. Now let's look at the next case. In Sina microblog, by using the intention understanding capability and L2 API capability. It can provide a very convenient travel assistant. And then let's look at another case, geeking. Based on Pangu model's text-to-image and market training insight capabilities, it generates product content and adds creatives intelligently, shortening the product launching cycle and making ads placement more accurate. Next case is about Renda Medical. This is a healthcare service company based on Pangu model's intelligent Q&A, converting text into structured data and NL2 SQL capabilities, has built a doctor assistant. I talked to the director from Renda. They trained the assistant in Shanghai and then use it in level tier 3 or tier 4 cities. So this can help support inclusive healthcare. It can generate a lot of social impacts. So this is really helpful. This is my last page. We adhere to the concept of AI for industries and continue to enable industries. Here is part of customers and partners who we are working with or plan to work with. Welcome more customers and partners to use Pangu models as the intelligent base, reshape products and services, and release productivity of digital and the intelligence technologies. Pangu models, AI for industries. Thank you.
Okay, now let's invite Huawei Cloud Chief Scientist, Fellow of IEEE and Academician of IEAS to share with us the topic of exploring Pangu models from pre-trained foundation models to industry models. Distinguished guests, dear developers, this is Tianqi from Huawei Cloud. In 2020, we released the Pangu model. After 3 years of practices in the industry, we realized that for large models, or for these models to truly play its role, it needs to be integrated with industries. We have summarized many methodologies, and today I'm going to share with you. In recent several months, we see the emergence of many foundation models. There are more than 100 around the world. 80 of them have been released in China. However, most companies in the world are developing 2C applications based on these models, but not so many models oriented to the 2B sector. Huawei has always practiced AI for industry to enable intelligent upgrade of thousands of industries. We identify 3 challenges for the adoption of those large models. First, foundation models are universal, not domain-specific. To support specific industries, you need to acquire domain knowledge and understand industry work processes so as to prepare professional answers. And second, the foundational models or the general purpose models have the breadth but not the depth of knowledge. We need the models to be able to visualize, to reason, and to compute. Well, the third challenge is that foundation models can effectively store and mine knowledge, but data is one of the core assets for enterprises. So training and applying such model must be in compliance with data security rules. To address this challenge, we decouple the models into 3 layers, L0, L1, and L2. L0 provides 5 basic foundation models: language NLP, vision, multimodal, prediction, and scientific computing models. L1 provides foundation models with industry knowledge to adapt to industry characteristics. L2 provides scenario-specific models, which are out of the box. Our customers can directly use L1 and L2 model services or build their own specific models based on L0 and L1. This layered decoupled architecture is what Pangu model adopts to serve industries and the workflow for us to build industry models. It can be summarized as the two stages: training on huge amount of general data and incorporating industry knowledge. The L0 is the stage of general data training. Through self-supervised training, models can learn and memorize massive unlabeled data. In this phase, data volume is huge, including billions of images and hundreds of TBs of text data. Training can only be performed on the super large cluster, while Huawei Cloud Model Arts AI can help with this L0 model training. And L0 foundation models have absorbed a lot of knowledge, but for this knowledge to be harnessed for problem solving, expert coaching is needed. The L1 capability construction phase is based on supervised fine-tuning and reinforced learning, allowing the models to practice a lot on the 50 million high-quality question banks we build and master hundreds of capabilities. And then after massive general data training and practices through performing tasks, the models are sent to the next stage to incorporate industry knowledge. This means applying the models to specific industries, having it learn various domain knowledge and practicing industry workflows. At this stage, we work with partners to help accumulate know-how in actual scenarios and address actual business problems. At Pangu, for Model L0 capability layer, we embedded hundreds of capabilities, including question and answer generation, understanding, coding, and other capabilities used for vision, prediction, and scientific computing. There are also visual direction and segmentation, cross-model text-to-image computing, and some high-level capabilities such as model extraction and combination. The integration of foundation model and enterprise services is a gradual process. Enterprise customers can select the required database sets based on requirements in a specific scenario. Huawei has taken 4 key measures to transform Pangu's big model from knowing to doing. First is amass industry knowledge. Pangu has learned public data from more than 10 industries covering finance, government affairs, meteorology, medical care, healthcare, internet, education, automobile, and retail. The data volume of each industry reaches more than 50 billion tokens, and Huawei has more than 30 years' experience in those industries. We have set up more than 10 integrated teams to dive into thousands of industries of different and help our foundation models acquire industry know-hows. Take government as an example. Our government model learned more than 200,000 entries of government data, including policy documents, government wiki, and other open general knowledge, and specialized knowledge such as 123 and 5 hotline. And the second measure is embedding industry skills. Reinforcement learning is combined with feedback from experts and industry digital environment to achieve the best results. For example, in the counter service scenario, the finance model generates banking dialogues and business details that better accommodate to business connect conventions and customer preferences through the guidance and feedback of deposit, loan, and remittance experts. And third, professional tools for dialogue. In addition to human-machine dialogue, we need to address more machine-to-machine and machine-to-tool dialogues to integrate models with industry service systems, enable dialogues and communication. We have developed more than 10 industry plugins, including mathematical calculation, knowledge graph, problem solver, enterprise search, and SQL, and modern DB, and spatial temporal databases. And the fourth measure is to ensure security compliance. Pangu provides 3 modes deployment: public cloud, hybrid cloud, and foundation model zone mode. We have long-term mechanism to ensure security and compliance of large models, including compliance of dataset source and usage, data across the whole lifecycle, complete data labeling and audit mechanism, model compliance policies, and model use boundaries. To accelerate and simplify the development of industry models, Huawei Cloud provides the Pangu Model Engineering Kit, which covers data processing, model training, and application development. Compared with traditional labeling platforms, our data engineering kit provides template-based online prompt writing assistance for SFT training and provides multi-person rank online labeling and task assignment for RLHF training. Compared with offline, the efficiency can be improved by 3 times. With high-quality data, how can we generate high-quality models? To ensure the model development process is accurate, our model development kit provides 3 workflows: self-supervised pre-training, supervised SFT training, and reinforcement learning training, which consolidate practical experience of Huawei model experts. The complex model development is now process-based, standardized, and simplified, and industry users can start at 1 click, achieve one-stop development. We also provide API and callable tool to support the application of large models for enterprises in seconds. We now support end-to-end development of a 100 billion industry model in 1 month instead of 5 months. That is 5 times faster. Now, let's take a look at the 3 cases of industry development to help you better understand our methodologies. The first is Arabic language model. To refine this Arabic language model, we first collected the largest amount of Arabic language data library covering encyclopedia, ebook, news, web pages, social media, and so on. To ensure data quality, we have developed a complete data cleaning pipeline. After the collection is complete, we use rule-based cleaning and hash deduplication and classification models to improve data quality. The total amount of text we got after cleansing reached 1.5 terabytes, 20 times larger than existing largest open-source Arabic language data library. Our Arabic language large model is the world's first commercial Arabic language model of its kind with 100 billion parameters. It is built on the decoder architecture and uses cyclic position coding to support better relatively position representation. Sweet glue was used in the activation function to enhance the expressive capability of the model. We used the 4D parallel distributed strategy and completed the training on cluster with thousands of Ascend chips. After 3 months hard work, we successfully refined the Arabic language model. In ALU, the authoritative Arabic language understanding evaluation benchmark, we won the first place. We helped customers implement multiple high-value scenarios, such as open book Q&A, brainstorming, and so on. The results have surpassed the Arabic generation results of ChatGPT in some scenarios. And later, we're going to apply it to various other languages, such as Spanish, French, and Thai. And the second example is the Pangu meteorology model. The traditional meteorology forecast system is a huge generating model involving hundreds of thousands of integrals. As the deviation of each integral accumulates, a big error in numerical calculation may occur. In AI model, end-to-end fitting is used to find the weather patterns. The intermediate process is integrated into the model, and the input and output are compared only once, which greatly reduces the error. To solve this problem, we designed a 3DEST network structure to process complex, non-uniform 3D meteorological data. A large model with 256 million parameters is used to find meteorological laws from 40 years of global meteorological records. The model learns the relationship between meteorological elements from 200 terabits of massive training data and refined Pangu meteorology to find special laws to track typhoon ice. The European Meteorological Center is the world's best organization for numerical analysis in weather forecasts. Pangu meteorology models 1 hour to 7-day weather forecast accuracy 20%, even higher than that of the European Meteorological Center, and is 10,000 times faster. It's the first AI model to surpass the European Meteorological Center on the medium-range weather forecast accuracy. We have also observed the phenomenon of knowledge emergence in Pangu meteorology model. The model shows high accuracy and can be used to predict the cold waves. Like Ping An mentioned, our related work has been published in Nature, a top academic journal, which is the first official Nature publication for ICT and Internet companies in China over the past decade. The last case is the Pangu railway model. In the railway freight industry, TFDS, the freight car detection system is used based on the trackside high-speed camera to detect hidden and common faults of running freight cars. TFDS relies on manual inspection, which is labor-intensive and difficult. Around 6,000 dynamic freight car inspectors are needed. Pangu railway model is a complete system for intelligent fault identification based on railway industry pre-trained model. In L1 phase, we used 3.6 million railway freight car images for self-supervised pre-training, and in L2 phase, according to the known freight car information, we established the template for relative position of components to predict the abnormal component position. This Pangu model can improve the analysis efficiency of inspectors and ensure accurate freight car fault analysis. After 3 years of efforts, the Pangu team enabled automatic identification of more than 430 fault types in a pilot project with Zhengzhou Railway, and the overall fault-free image screening rate reached 95%. We have even won a certification from the China State Railway Group. AI for industry is our unswerving mission. We welcome all partners and developers to work with us to build more industry models based on the Huawei Cloud Pangu models, to promote the adoption of industry models and help all industries achieve intelligent upgrade. Thank you.
好的。
Next, please welcome Director of Huawei Noah's Ark Lab, Mr. Yao Jun, to share with us on Hone technologies for Pangu Foundation models. Please welcome.
各位来宾
Dear guests, good afternoon. I'm Yao Jun from Huawei Noah's Ark Lab. I'm one of the AI engineers and AI scientists mentioned by Mr. Zhang earlier. Today, I will talk about honing technologies for Pangu Foundation models. We believe foundation models have several important dimensions. The most important one is model structure, which determines the representation and scalability of models. The current language models are similar and are all large models based on the transformer architecture. The number of parameters and the amount of data determine the size of the knowledge base of the model. Usually, a larger model is capable of providing higher level capabilities, evolving from sensing to cognition. The following indicators measure the application capabilities of a model, namely the intelligent foundation, that is the capability of the large model to perform service applications by itself. Usually there are Q&A and dialogue capabilities. Large models can use its knowledge base to answer the questions. And we have seen industrial applications earlier. Ecosystem capability is the ability of a large model to drive other applications to complete complex tasks. Efficiency and cost are core competitiveness factors of training and deployment. Security is also very important. Sometimes it's able to answer 9 questions accurately, but 1 or 2 are not accurately answered, and that may affect confidence in the service. Pangu models with 100 billion parameters are dense models. Models of such a scale have shown a certain level of emergent ability and a better chain of thought. So they have evolved from perception to cognition. This model with 100 billion parameters also serves as a good base for continuous expansion. We have innovatively made a Pangu MOE dense model, which can expand the overall capacity of the model more conveniently. This MOE dense model is different from ordinary MOE models. We designed multiple independent and shared dense expert models, which is proven by experiments to be a model architecture that is easier to train and faster to converge. Now let's look at our data engineering. A large amount of our data comes from high-level knowledge data from the public network or through procurement and cooperation. We have done a lot of cleaning and some labeling work to improve the quality of our data. When we talk about quality of data, we mean integrity, accuracy, and consistency, as well as timeliness of data. We accumulated about 3 trillion tokens, high-quality data. Among them, we have high-level information from books, papers, and code. Code data is important in pre-training, which enhances the logical capabilities of the model. The 3 trillion tokens, which is still growing, such massive self-supervised corpus are the basis of our 100 billion parameter foundation models to obtain some cognitive abilities. To my right, you can see the fine-tuning data, which is the corpus for activating the foundation model in the instruction fine-tuning phase to obtain the task completion capability. This fine-tuning data is about 10 million level. Among the 10 million level data, we can extend the breadth of tasks, and we also have less than 1 million high-precision secondary labeling instructions, which can help ensure quality and greater depth. This is the training platform for our large models. As Mr. Zhang Ping'an has said, in 2017, Huawei decided on the all-in-AI strategy and carried out full-stack AI innovation. This helped us ensure that despite technology choke points, we still have the computing power and platform for training Pangu models. Our computing power comes from the Ascend AI cluster, which is equipped with CAN for process enablement, MindSpore, the AI framework, and Model Arts, the machine learning platform. This full-stack autonomous architecture greatly helps us carry out vertical cross-layer innovation. In 2021, we have used the early version of the platform to show the ability of training models with 100 billion parameters. Over the past years, after continuous polishing, the software and hardware collaboration technologies developed during the training and deployment of large models have been incorporated into all layers of the full-stack platform. The current Ascend.Cloud platform is an independent cloud platform that supports large models. Talking about cloud platforms, I want to mention Huawei Cloud Tiancheng Data Center Platform. This is also our computing center. As shown in the figure in the middle, Huawei has, based on the years of accumulation in the ICT industry, especially integrated in equipment and network technologies, we designed a new built-in cabinet architecture with 3 buses, namely liquid cooling bus, power bus, and network bus. This highly integrated design simplifies installation and O&M and reduces the single point of failure caused by scattered liquid cooling and network or wire connections. Tiancheng Data Center has also been hardened in multiple hardware aspects. We have made a comparison in a cluster with 500 to 1,000 cards. If you use GPU clusters and PyTorch, megatron to train a large model. On average, a fault occurs once in 2.8 days, and training would stop. With Tiancheng DC's Ascend platform, it can run stably for 1 month with 512 cards. The training of a large model races against time. If the system is down for 1 day, it will delay the training of tens of billions tokens. The robust Tiancheng data center has assured the training and release of our Pangu models. After introducing the cloud platform and computing center, here I want to share some technical details about our training, including efficient training and efficient reasoning deployment. When training large models, such technologies can help address the contradiction between the increasing number of model parameters, the amount of data, and the ever insufficient computing, memory, and network bandwidth. First, let's look at several key technologies for efficient training. First, Ascend Affinity. The Ascend platform uses chips with the Da Vinci architecture, and the key of this architecture is 3D tensor cube unit. This unit can process 4,096 multiplication and addition operations, which is 16 times 16 times 16, which is a very efficient core budget unit. A lot of the budget in the transformer structure is for multiplication and addition, and the cube architecture perfectly matches such neural network computing. We hope that during training, most of the computing is performed in the cube unit. The cube unit can run at full capacity continuously to maximize the computing power of the Ascend chips. Therefore, in addition to adding cube operators suitable for transformer calculation, we also optimized the operators for the subgraphs of the 3 kernel-based classes of transformer structure. That is operator fusion of large kernel. In this way, the number of kernels at each layer can be converged from over 40 to just 6. And data in the kernel does not go out of the memory, maximizing the utilization of the high-speed computing units of the cube. These kernels can improve computing performance by 50 to 150%, and the performance of the entire network can be improved by a factor of 2 on Ascend. The second technology is cluster optimization. Usually, the training of models with 100 billion parameters require a lot of memory and computing power, so data parallelism and model parallelism are needed. But it's very difficult to achieve a good computing and communication ratio. We used a 1024 card cluster to train a large model, and the ratio between computing and communication was 7:3. When we expanded the cluster to a 2048 card cluster, the ratio became 4:6, which failed to achieve the linear acceleration ratio. This means the computing power of the cluster is not fully utilized as the scale increases. Many times, computing nodes are waiting for data synchronization. So we first of all, through inter-layer model parallelism and inter-layer model parallelism, we make the computing of large models more balanced on the cluster, relieve the pressure of waiting for the slowest calculation result. Meanwhile, we have developed a more efficient computing communication pipeline at the framework layer to use the computational masking parameters and gradient synchronization network latency. We also use partial recomputation to reduce the model segmentation pressure by using a small part of recomputation in exchange for memory reduction. By using these technologies, we have achieved near linear acceleration for hyperscale AI clusters. Now, the computing and communication ratio is 85:15 for 1,024 cards, and 80:20 for 2,048 cards, and 70:40 for 4,096 cards. In addition, developers can specify 9 parallel parameters to automatically generate parallel policies. This improves the adaptation efficiency of large model clusters by 100 times. I have introduced operator optimization and cluster optimization. Now, let me share our innovation on optimizers. As shown in the left, the common high precision optimizer introduces two variables for each parameter. For a model with 100 billion parameters, it has 200 billion variables. And such 200 billion variables will take 800 gigabit memory, which is quite significant. There are some common memory reduction techniques in the industry, as shown in the middle. One of the two parameter matrices is decomposed with a low rank. Suppose the memory was 2 times m times n, and after the low rank decomposition, it becomes a memory of m times n plus m added with n. The larger the matrix is, the greater the savings are. It can be as high as 50% reduction of memory. And this approximation will introduce obvious precision loss and affect the convergence of speed, which is difficult, which is not acceptable for large model training. To solve this problem, we propose a memory-saving optimizer CAM based on the confidence adjustment mechanism. The CAM precision is better than traditional ones. And CAM reduces static memory usage by 50%. CAM greatly improves the convergence speed of model training. Due to its practical significance, this work has been shortlisted for the Outstanding Paper Award of the ACL at the NLP Summit this year. And this award will be uncovered in 3 days. Thank you. I also want to share with you the efficient inference and deployment technology. Compared with traditional BERT and the VIT, the precision can be roughly maintained after quantification. But for generative models, it's quite different. The precision of models will decrease rapidly with the quantization compression. We pioneered module-wise dynamic scaling and token-level contrastive distillation techniques. That means the scaling parameter is automatically adjusted dynamically along with the weight distribution of each module. Token-level contrastive distillation can improve the representation and make the differentiation between words greater. Model representation learning is better. This technique can reduce memory usage of model deployment by 2 to 4 times and accelerate end-to-end by 20%. This work also won last year's ACL Distinguished Paper Award. In terms of deployment, full inference is compute intensive, and incremental inference is memory intensive. For this, we propose separate deployment of full inference and incremental inference dynamic batch, and full inference with a batch size of 1 to reduce the latency. In addition, we have used the KV cache compression technology. We can reduce the memory usage by more than 50% and improve throughput by 50%. With such technologies, we have trained our large models, and now our large models have demonstrated high-level capabilities. For example, long text generation and complex inference capabilities. Here, I want to call on all of you to join us to explore endless possibilities with Pangu models. Thank you.
Hi, 我又回来啦。
Hello, it's me again. Then thank Mr. Yao Jun for the excellent sharing. Large models is not only enabling industries, but also change the way we develop the software. And now it can fully enable the intelligence of software development. Now, please welcome Mr. Xu Feng, the director. of Huawei Cloud PaaS service to share with us CodeOut's reshaping software development. Distinguished guests, dear friends, greetings to you all. This is Xu Feng. I'm responsible for the Huawei Cloud CodeOut's software development pipeline. Huawei CodeOut's software development pipeline integrates Huawei's 30-year R&D experience and also Huawei's IPD and R&D digitalization capability. It covers the whole software development lifecycle, including requirements, development, testing, deployment, and O&M. We aim to provide developers with one-stop and cloud-based R&D experience. Every day, there are around 210,000 software engineers in Huawei using CodeOuts for software development activities, and CodeOuts has served 2 million external developers. Here is a story. In a recent software contest held by Huawei Xi'an Research Center, participants were encouraged to use AI. With the help of AI, 8 participants got a full score. To our surprise, last year's champions and runners-up in the contest did not use AI, and this year they were already ranked below 100. Software development has quietly moved from the digital era to the intelligence era. Now, I want to show you an interesting set of data comparison. Most programmers can probably only read up to 100,000 technical documents in their lifetime, while Pangu R&D model has studied more than 13 million typical technical documentations. It is estimated that many programmers can maximum participate in no more in 100,000 code repos in their lifetime, while Pangu R&D models are familiar with more than 85 million open source repos. While a programmer may read up to 100 million lines of code in his or her career, which is already a staggering number. But Pangu R&D model has learned 67 billion lines of selected code. We believe that Pangu R&D model will push CodeOuts to a new level, and CodeOuts will reshape software development. Now, we have combined the CodeOuts software development pipeline with the Pangu R&D model. We hope that just with a snap of a finger, developers can finish the programming, and with another snap of a finger, the application or the implementation can be realized. That's why we call our CodeOuts Intelligent Development Assistant SNAP. We want to make the development activities as easy and fast as a snap of a finger. And here is a short video about CodeOut's SNAP.
我们的 Code Up Snap 呢有一点点顽皮。
Well, Snap is a bit naughty. It likes finger snapping very much. Through the short video, you probably already get some idea. I want to share with you the 3 core capability of Snap. The first is intelligent generation. It can help developers to generate code and testing use case and even testing scripts. Second core capability is intelligent chat box. It helps developers understand the code, identify defects, and fix the bug in the code. It can interact with developers through dialogue. Now I want to show you a live operation so that you know how Snap is reshaping software development using these capabilities. Today we have prepared a surprise for all our audience here at this venue. You see on the screen there is a QR code. Please scan the QR code and then you can obtain a blind box. In this blind box is an NFT digital collection built based on Huawei Cloud blockchain service. But when you scan the QR code, you may only see a static image. It's a half-finished product. And to truly finish this work, we are going to need the assistance of Snap. And I will invite my colleague, Dr. Ma, to help me with this demonstration. Hello, everyone. This is Ma Yuqi. Dr. Ma, would you please ask Snap what are the requirements that we need to do? We used to switch to the requirement management tool when checking requirements. Now, with Snap's intelligent collaboration, development requirements can be received through dialogue interactions. Then, Dr. Ma, what are the current requirements we have? Now we need to click the blind box and acquire the NFT. Okay, then please ask Snap to help us finish these 2 requirements. Copy that. If we did this in the traditional way, we might search for how to realize click-to-trigger events and how to invoke the REST interface to obtain the NFT. Now, you just need to copy the requirements into the comments and trigger the code generation by Snap. Dr. Ma, I want to ask Snap to explain to me what that code means. Copy that. Well, very good explanation. Snap explains to me the logic of this code implementation. During the daily programming activities, programmers need to review other programmers' code to understand the service logic. With the assistance of Snap and through the intelligent chat box, you can get the idea, just like you are talking to an experienced programmer. Okay, the code is implemented. We need to ensure the quality as well. Dr. Ma, please ask Snap to help us generate some unit testing cases. Okay. I think that the last thing developers want to do is to write unit cases, as it is tedious and you have to implement the service logic again using the unit testing cases. However, unit test cases is an important way to guarantee the quality of the code. Now we can hand over the task to Snap. You just need to select the code that you are focusing on and then ask Snap to generate the test cases. Dr. Ma, are the development work finished? Yes. Okay, then please ask Snap to implement the code. Okay. In the past, if we had to deploy the application, we had to do a lot of work. But now there are just two steps for Snap. First, commit and push the code, and second, execute the pipelines. Let's first commit the code to the code repo. To commit or not? Yes. Let's click yes to commit the code. As we can see that Snap knows the requirements we are developing, so it helps us intelligently generate commit information. Dr. Ma, please commit this information along with the code. Okay. Okay, the commit is successful. I think that Snap is very smart. After commit, it is reminding us to execute the pipelines. Okay, Dr. Ma, please ask Snap to execute the pipelines. In the past, we need various operations. We have to commit the code, provide the information, build unit testing cases, and then start the deployment. To do that, we have to switch between different tools. Well, with Snap, we just need the chat box to interact with Snap and ask it to fulfill all the tasks for us. Okay, is the application deployed? Yes. Okay, then let's go back to the QR code page. You may scan the QR code again and click blind box to get a NFT image exclusive to this activity. This is a quite new R&D experience, isn't it? And that's the end of my sharing. I would like to thank all the audience for the participation during the demonstration, and we welcome you to join the trial of CodeOut's Snap and give us your valuable comments and feedback. CodeOut will reshape software development, and we will constantly work on that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Xu Feng, for your wonderful presentation. What Pangu models change is not just the software development. Huawei Cloud, a digital content production line, Meta Studio, together with Pangu models, will change the way of digital content production. Digital content will be generated and developed on the cloud and serve all industries. You know, I was born in Huawei Cloud Meta Studio, so I have great affection for the next speaker. I was developed by his team. Please welcome Mr. Liu Yangming, Director of Huawei Cloud Media Services, to give us a speech on Meta Studio reshapes digital content production. Please welcome.
好，各位
Dear developers, good afternoon. Thank you. I will give you two exciting demos. The topic of my talk is Meta Studio reshapes digital content production, personalizing virtual humans for everyone. You know, in the digital content industry, content power determines the competitiveness of an enterprise. content power includes productivity, creativity, and knowledge. In the PGC era, that is the professionally generated content era, 90% of content in the blockbusters was generated by computers. Therefore, productivity, that is the strength of computing power, determines the power of content. In the UGC era, that is the user-generated content era, more than 90% of digital content is generated by users. So in addition to productivity, creativity, or the breadth of the industry, determines content power. Currently, we have entered the AI era. AIGC is reshaping the digital content production mode. By 2030, over 90% of content will be generated directly through AI. Therefore, in addition to productivity and creativity, knowledge, or the depth of models will determine content power. To enable enterprises to build stronger content capabilities in the AI era, Huawei Cloud, based upon the Pangu Foundation models, enables Meta Studio, the digital content production pipeline, and builds the Pangu virtual human model, providing model generation and model control services. Based on these two services, our developers can quickly generate and control virtual human models, enabling industry applications such as online education, live entertainment, and enterprise meetings, and achieve real interaction, not just a 0101 byte transmission. First, let me introduce the first service, the virtual human model generation service. Based on Pangu Foundation models, we use PB-level audio and video data for training and build a general virtual human model, including virtual human images, motions, expressions, lip movements, voices, etc. Each user can build personalized virtual human models based on their general virtual human model and personalized data. Virtual human model generation service supports virtual human generation through multiple modes, such as text, image, and video. Let me introduce the three different generation models and some key capabilities. The first one is generating a virtual human by text. Enter text and describe the appearance of the virtual human you want to generate. The model can be generated in 10 seconds. Second, generate a virtual human by an image. You only need to upload a photo. And based upon the key features in the photo, different types of virtual human can be generated, such as stylized and beauty virtual human. It takes only 30 seconds. And third, generate a virtual human by video. You only need to shoot a 5-minute video and upload it to Huawei Cloud to generate a personalized virtual human model, including customizing its expression and motions, lip movements, and voices. The whole process takes only 1 hour. In the industry, it generally takes over 12 hours to train such a model. Now I will invite my colleague, our chief expert of virtual human, Mr. Li Minglei, to come to the stage. He will demonstrate how Meta Studio quickly generates a virtual human through AIGC. Here you can see the interface of Meta Studio. Huawei Cloud Meta Studio can support users to upload their photos or videos or even text descriptions to generate a virtual human. Let's click the service of generating virtual human by text and look at what capabilities we can offer here. Let's ask the system to generate a virtual human, a young female with short black hair, white dress, and wearing glasses. Let's generate such a virtual human. This may take a few seconds. It's invoking the virtual human generation service at the backend. So here you can see the virtual human generated. Thank you. There were multiple options. Maybe we can select the second one. It's very beautiful. Some developers may not like the virtual human wearing glasses. So can we remove her glasses, Minglei? Sure. Remove glasses. As you can see, the system can quickly and accurately remove the virtual human's glasses. Next, let's generate a background image for this virtual human. We can use Pangu to generate an image with text. Suppose this virtual human is in a modern financial institution service hall with a 4K widescreen. There are multiple options provided, and let's choose the first one. And then we can combine the virtual human with this background. After this convergence, we can use the virtual human to present something or broadcast text. First of all, we can use Pangu to generate a text with text. Just like our digital MC Sarah, this virtual human is generated in Meta Studio, so let her introduce herself. So he is typing things like, you are the virtual human generated in Meta Studio. Please introduce yourself. Please generate a paragraph to introduce yourself. Now it has generated some text to introduce herself. And now we will ask the virtual human to generate a self-introduction video. So he is typing generating virtual human self-introduction video. This may take a little bit more than 10 seconds. It's invoking the virtual human control service, which I will share with you after this demo.
Hello
everyone, I'm a virtual human created in Meta Studio. I can use different ways to interact with you as a virtual human. My goal is to build close connections with you, providing useful information to you.
好，谢谢大家啊。
Thank you. We will have more amazing things to show you later. Based on the Pangu NLP model, our virtual human can speak different languages. I saw at our venue, we have several guests from Arab countries. So now let's ask the virtual human to introduce herself in Arabic. Okay. He is typing that. Convert the previous video into Arabic.
这个过程比较复杂，所以
This process is more complex, so it may take longer. Besides Arabic, we also support other mainstream languages, English, German, French, Spanish, Portuguese. Today we will take Arabic for the demo.
مرحبا بالجميع، أنا شخص رقمي أنشأته ميت ستوديو، ويمكنني التواصل معك بأشكال ووسائط مختلفة. بصفتي شخصا رقميا، فإن هدفي هو التواصل معك وتزويدك بالمعلومات المفيدة والمساعدة. شكرا لكم جميعا.
Thank you. All right, that's the demo about virtual human generation. Thank you, Li Minglei. Thank you. As you can see, combined with AIGC, our Meta Studio's digital content production pipeline greatly improves the efficiency of virtual human production, and it can efficiently support the business requirements of industries and different scenarios. Just now we demoed the virtual human model generation service, and now I will share with you the second key service, that is virtual human model control service. After the virtual human model is generated, we can use the model control service to drive the virtual human. So we can use virtual human for live streaming, online education, or enterprise meetings. The virtual human models can be controlled by text, voice, or video. The control vector information can be generated, and it can be sent to the neural network, and then a high-definition video of the virtual human can be generated. Here, I want to introduce the key capabilities of the three control models. The first one is text control. Suppose the virtual human is asked to read a paragraph. The first step is to understand the semantics and emotions from that paragraph, and then match the emotions and gestures with the semantics. The second model is speech control. With multilingual generalization capability, you don't need to train the model for each language. Train it once with one language, and it will work in different languages. Earlier, we demoed the Arabic self-introduction of the virtual human, and we used the multi-language speech control capability. The third model is video control. Currently, most virtual humans in the industry can only be controlled by text and speech. They can control some gestures or motions and expressions, while Huawei Cloud uses a 2D, 3D joint training to enable virtual human mobility. The virtual human can walk or turn around or perform other complex gestures or motions. Now I will invite my colleague Huang Chao to demonstrate this capability. Hello, this is Huang Chao. Here I have already connected to a cloud meeting. There are 4 participants in this meeting. Besides myself, we have participants from Shenzhen, Dongguan, and Hangzhou, and the person in Hangzhou connected from a meeting room. Before he shows us the demo, let's do a small survey. How many of you would turn on the camera during online meetings? Can you raise up your hand? Very few. It seems that you're all shy. So am I. We would usually turn off the camera in an online meeting due to various reasons. For example, if you are going to face the camera for a long time, you will feel a little bit awkward. Or if you are connecting from the office or from home, if you are not wearing any makeup, maybe you're unwilling to turn on your camera. Or you may join a conference while you are running, and it's impossible to face the camera all the time. Now you can use your virtual human to attend online meetings. Please open your camera. Hello, I'm at HDC
你好，黄
venue.
超。
Hello, Huang Chao. You can see the backgrounds are very complex. And here we can use one click to switch to virtual human mode. The virtual human models are loaded now. And it may take just several seconds. When you speak in the meeting, you can drive the virtual human in real time. The virtual human will show different expressions and motions. Now, please welcome my colleagues to have a chat.
专业，我们使用云端推理和
We
实时驱动的
use
方案，
cloud
在
inference
数字
and
人加会议的
real-time
体验方面，
control
特别是
to
实验这一块
enhance
有保障
virtual
吗？
meeting
陆
experience.
迅，
Can you
我们的
ensure
实
the
时驱动时延
latency?
呢，在100毫秒以内，
Yes,
就跟我们
the
现在正在开的
latency
视
is
频
within
会议一样，
100
用户不会
milliseconds.
有明显的感
Just
觉。
like you can see in this meeting,
那
it's
使用
not
数字人来参加
perceptible to the
会议的时
users.
候，
When we
我们
use
有什
this
么手
for
段来确保
meetings,
是
how
本人入
can
会
we
的呢？
ensure that the
我们在会议
participant
过
is
程中
the
呢，会通
real
过摄
employee
像头
behind?
来进行用户
During
人
the
脸识别
meeting,
和
we can
声
use
纹识
camera
别，
to
确保是本人
recognize
在参加
the
会议。
participant and to ensure that
再问一个
the
大家都
meeting
关
is
心的问
intended
题：
by the
我
is
们的服
attended
务
by the
计划
intended
什么时
people.
候上线？
When will you launch
目前
this
版本呢都已经
service?
开发完成
We
了，
have
这个月内
completed
就会上线公测。
development of this version. It will be tested in this month. All right, we want to want to welcome you to participate in our test and experience it. That's all for this demo. Thank you. Thank you, Huang Chao and your colleagues. You can see with the real-time control service, cloud meeting can provide a brand new experience. We can say that it has reshaped the cloud meeting experience. At the same time, privacy is protected. Other industry applications can also easily and quickly integrate the real-time communication and interaction capability of our virtual human. Huawei Cloud Meta Studio digital content production pipeline, based on the Pangu models, rendering engine, and real-time audio and video capabilities, provides virtual human model generation service and model control service. Together with our partners and developers, we want to build relatable enterprise applications. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.
感谢吕阳明先生的精彩分享。
Thank you, Mr. Liu, for the sharing. Now it's 5:03 Beijing time in the afternoon. Let's continue. Huawei Cloud has developed a diverse array of products and solutions utilizing Pangu model, and this cannot be achieved without the support of partners. Now let's welcome Mr. Kang Ning, President of Huawei Cloud Global Ecosystem, to discuss how partnership paves the way to success. Welcome. Fellow developers, greetings to you all. Over the past couple of hours, we witnessed the release of a Pangu model and how these models are shaped. And we also see how Pangu models can enable different industries. We have CODA's development pipeline and digital content pipeline, Meta Studio. Now, I want to share with you how Pangu models are injecting new vitality to the developer ecosystem. We want to create a win-win global ecosystem centered around developers. The number of developers in Huawei Cloud has exceeded 4.6 million, and the four pipelines have all more than 820,000 developers. More than 230,000 developers are using the Huawei Cloud AI development pipeline. More than 10,000 products have been released in Huawei Cloud Store. We developed more than 2,600 software partners and more than 400 service partners. More than 5,200 professional technical certificates were granted to over 3,300 developers who will continue to innovate on the cloud with refined technical capabilities. I would like to sincerely thank all the developers for their continuous participation of the Huawei Cloud global system, and they are the core forces of Huawei Cloud ecosystem. By working with them together, we can achieve our grand vision of building a cloud foundation in a digital world. Pangu Models 3.0 will inject new vitality to the ecosystem. And in the cloud ecosystem, we're going to see new business models and new opportunities brought to our customers and partners. We have reached a certain scale to the Huawei Cloud ecosystem, and together with our partners and customers, we have a lot of innovation. And together, we are upgrading the industries. I believe that Pangu models will become an important force in promoting the development of different industries. Huawei Cloud and the Cultural Big Data Industry Committee of the China Public Relations Association, along with other partners, will launch a joint initiative to establish a foundation model high-quality data alliance. We hope that through the alliance, Pangu models and the computing power of the cloud can be utilized to support all member organizations to build high-quality data sets. We welcome all kinds of industry institutions and enterprises to join the high-quality data alliance and catch the opportunities for the future. High-quality data and those large models will greatly boost productivity in different industries. And here I want to summarize the capabilities Pangu models provide for engineers. There is a one-stop data processing tools, and we have a one-stop model development platform, Model Arts, to increase the development efficiency. And we have SFT and RLFH pipelines to increase the efficiency of model fine-tuning. In model application domain, we provide more than 80 embedded templates for prompt engineering. Now, we have opened more than 50 model skills like intent recognition and model modification. Developers can have more active interaction with the system. We also provide a knowledge graph so that developers can use the models more flexibly. We also have a security kit to cover the whole process, saving the trouble of developers thinking about the compliance requirements. We realize that Pangu models can bring better development experience. In Microverse platform, we aggregated 136,000 APIs. Then there is a problem with this many APIs. How programmers can accurately select the APIs and use the APIs? Well, we have an intelligent tool to help identify the APIs and orchestrate them so that application development is much easier. Apart from all kinds of tools and platforms, Pangu models also have a large model ecosystem. We provide assent processors, CAN, minusable operator development, and other courses and related references to help our developers grasp the knowledge. We also provide 2,000 data sets and hundreds of thousands of algorithms and hands-on practice environment. In addition, we are constantly improving our Huawei Cloud School, including certification scheme and job fair, to help developers improve their capabilities and realize their value. The Cloud School has launched tutorials for many popular technologies. And we also offer many free trial opportunities each month. We add certification content in the new certification scheme. The expert level certification scheme will be available very soon. We also have a high-quality job fair channel so that our customers and the developers in the school can find the suitable positions, suitable talent and suitable positions. To help developers understand and use Huawei Cloud, we established many expert teams. These expert teams will focus on the daily activities of developers to empower them and provide them with consultation so that Huawei Cloud's advanced technologies and practices can be shared among the developers. Now I want to invite Yang Yuming, the R&D director of Lemon, to share with us how the DTSC expert team helped their developers improve their capabilities.
我们是浙江热门2件领先的社区零售数字化解决方案服务商。我们为食品零售企业提供了全场景、全渠道 SaaS 化解决方案，服务约10万家用户群体。随着业务量快速增长，我们意识到需要利用语言延伸等先进技术进行应用现代化改造。今年3月，我们在华为云开发者创新中心联系到开发者技术服务团队，他们深入业务现场，为我们提供全方位支持，包括技术创新、系统诊断等。如今，我们携手实施了业务拆分重构和架构解耦，引入轻量化容器的灰度发布、规范底层接口、平台化共性能力，并引入Code2接口自动化测试能力，使业务版本质量全面提升。经过应用现代化改造，我们业务稳定增长，系统运维效率提升了50%。我们次贷华为云的 AI for Industries， 希望专家持续赋能我们前沿 AI 技术，实现全面智能化升级，更好地为社区零售客户服务。
感谢乐萌的分享。
Thank Lemon for the sharing. Huawei Cloud Innovation Centers across the country are important channels for developers to obtain advanced Huawei Cloud technologies and resources and participate in digital transformation of local industries. At the Innovation Center, we collaborate with local key industries and leading enterprises to extract high-value industry scenarios and make sure that the preferential policies can be applied in the Innovation Center. We also analyze with the local enterprises to extract the value based on Huawei's technologies. Developers can quickly create the products and also reach the end users through Huawei Cloud Store to form a closed loop. We believe that the developers are critical to innovation in the digital era. In 2022, the HDC attracted 15,000 developers from 42 countries. These developers created many excellent work, showing rich imagination and creativity. In 2023, HDC, we will invest more in the platform and opportunities. And we encourage algorithm innovation and constant optimization in artificial intelligence and many other domains, and increase the accuracy of models so as to accelerate business innovation. We welcome active participation of all the developers and join Huawei in leading the digital future and building the imaginative smart world. Now, I announce announce the launch of Huawei Developer Challenge 2023. Let's look forward to the infinite creativity and innovation brought by our developers. I want to end with a short video about what our developers are thinking.
发明家是另一个领域的建设者吧，类似于《哈利波特》里面那种魔法，
就是个工程师啊。
小时候我也是对游戏比较痴迷的，那我能不能写款自己的游戏呢？在我高中时候 ，AlphaGo 直接把当时的世界冠军李世石杀大败而归，就当时就是给我很大的震撼。
上大学的时候，有时候经常做一些小的网页，
最后也就成为了开发者。对我们来说是一个超大规模的复杂的那个运筹优化的问题，这个问题在目前的学术界上面是没有先例的。
架构不是那么友好的一些软件产品，实际上它更多的是 UI 驱动，所以说我们就得引入一种模型驱动这样一种新的这种思想，去构建我们的软件。
一开始参加那个无人车大赛的时候，他老是出 bug， 我就很懊恼，我就想 quit。
前期来说花了很长时间去做核心任务的处理，在验收的时候发现有连续很多天就差20块钱，只能一层一层往上找。
这个计划里面，其实我已经是接触到生成自主研发的一个 NPU。这么大一个项目的一个开发落地成功，对我们本身来说就是一个极大的激励了。
因为我觉得比赛就是一个在竞争中不断优化自己的想法的一个作品的一个过程，就跌倒了再爬起来。
差了20块钱这样的一个细小的差别，我们也找出来了，那说明逻辑上应该不会有一些非常大的问题。
客户的 IT 经理跟我发来了这样一句话，他说：“效果比预期当中的要好。”
很希望能够在这种国产计算单元进一步走向世界的一个过程中尽一份力，
得到了客户的认可。我觉得这个是比什么都重要。
学习的过程是停不了的，
就算我撞南墙，我也得把南墙撞翻。
我对公司负责，对用户负责。
在打磨这个过程中，自己也成为了一个艺术。
需要沉淀，需要时间门槛啊，
头铁。就很固执，
就是自己的一定的改变，一定的创造。
让你付出的青春在那里，你能不热爱吗？
热爱就是你的初心。
每一个开发者都了解。
All the developers can make a difference. Developer defines what you do and also who you are. It shows an attitude of having lasting passion with technology and always pursuing excellence in development. And in pursuing a better future, let's enjoy the vibe brought by technology in the next 2 days. Thank you. Thank all the speakers for the excellent sharing. And this wraps up the keynote speech for HDC 2023. Thank you to all the audience, both at the venue and online, for your attention. And we welcome you to visit our Xiliu Beiko campus.